Welcome back. Some former Bills players are coming together to give back to our local community with an upcoming music festival. And I'm joined now by the president of the Buffalo Bills Alumni Foundation, Jeff Nixon, with more details on what you can expect. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for joining me.
Chelsea, thanks for having me.
Of course. Let's start off by talking about the Buffalo Bills Alumni Foundation and what your mission is in our community.
Yeah, we just want to give back to all different types of groups, but mostly we focus on the young people. You know, and we've been trying to do a lot of things in that area. We do also have an event called Cure the Blue, and Booker Edgerton has kind of been spearheading that. It's helping with prostate cancer research, and we do a big golf tournament on September 22nd, which I'm going to, save for another time.
Okay, all righty. Let's talk about your overall vision for the impact this foundation is having on Western New Yorkers.
Yeah, it's we've been around now for about 20 years, I guess, as far as having the foundation. And, we want to grow it, obviously. And, we're looking for as many partners as we can on this thing. And we're going to keep reaching out, going on television, radio stations, and let people know that we want to partner with them. We're still looking for sponsorships for this music fest that we're having, too.
Okay, let's get into this upcoming music festival.
Yep.
What do you have planned?
Well, on July 25th, it's a Friday, we're going to have a huge gathering. We've got tremendous bands that are coming in. It's going to start at 4 o'clock. Well, I should say the doors open at 4, and then we're going to have the band start playing at about 5 o'clock. It's $35 general admission, and that's all you pay. If you go to our website, there are no taxes or service charges or anything like that. If you want to be a VIP, you have to pay $55. The VIP ticket will give you access to the different bands and signatures and a lot of different things like that. So, but we're going to have some performances by some amazing musicians. Mick Hayes is our headliner on this. He just finished recording in Nashville with Joe Bonamassa. Now, a lot of people may not know that name, but he's probably one of the most famous blues guitar players in the world right now. And so he endorsed him. And we're just going to have a whole lineup of guys and girls that were in the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
or have been, we've got Doug Yeomans, Patty Parks, Jamie Holka, Jesse Galante, Damone Jackson, George Paleo, Mike Hund, Will Holt, and Sue Kincaid. And of course, for the very first time, we're going to have our Buffalo Bills Alumni Blues Band play.
Oh, you guys have a band.
Yeah, so we're going to be up on the stage. We're going to be, it's going to be Butch Roll. Butch plays a mean lead guitar. And then I play rhythm guitar. And Lou Picone, he's going to sing a song that he recorded 45 years ago. And it's called Ain't Nobody Gonna Buffalo My Bills. And I think people are going to get a real kick out of that. And of course, our headliner for our Bills Alumni Blues Band is none other than Doug Flutie. And I tell you what, man, I hope that people come out and support him, because Doug Flutie is probably the reason we're not called the Toronto Bills right now instead of the Buffalo Bills, because back in 1998, Ralph Wilson was threatening to sell the team, and move it to another city unless we got $11 million in sales for these suites that he wanted to have put in, because all that money goes directly to him, and he doesn't have to share it with the other owners. So Doug Flutie started playing. Rob Johnson had gotten hurt, and he came in, and he had taken him to the playoffs the year before. He was in the Pro Bowl. He was the MVP, the comeback player of the year. Just amazing. So he starts off the season. He ends the season 10-4, but then they started Rob Johnson instead of him in the playoffs, and we lost the game. But that the enthusiasm, they called it Flutie Mania. The Flutie Flakes. If you have your Flutie Flakes, bring them to the event, and
nice.
he'll sign them. He'll sign your box of Flutie Flakes. So,
awesome.
And we've got a bunch of other little things going on. We've got a silent auction. We're going to do a live auction. I've got some great items for that too. The NFL just sent me a Saquon Barkley signed football. Now, nice. If you don't know who that is, he's the Super Bowl winning running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. Khalil Shakir, we've got a jersey by him. We've got a donated, well, not donated, I gave a guitar to Robbie Takak from the Goo Goo Dolls, and he's basically signed it for me, and then he signed a hat and a shirt and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And there's proceeds going back to great causes for this.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, because this is all to help raise funds for charity. And we've got 3 great organizations. The very first one, the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism. His son has had autism basically his whole life, and he's done a lot of things to make this like a national organization now, and so we're really proud of that, and we want to partner with him on that, so we're going to give some of the proceeds to that foundation. And then we also have the Alzheimer's Association, which is really near and dear to a lot of our former players' hearts, because you know, they did a lot of research, and they found that former players were like 4 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's than the general population. So we definitely want to share with them. And the last one is the American Lung Association. They've just done a tremendous job. They do this fight for air climb, and I've been involved in that. And I did it for a couple years, but after Joyce passed, my wife passed away from COPD, a lung disease. You know, I decided I needed to give a break for a year, but now we're back in force. We're going to raise some money and help them out too.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking about this wonderful event. Viewers, if you want to get your tickets and learn more about this event, just visit bbafevents.com. Thanks again for coming in, Jeff.
Thanks, Chelsea. I appreciate it.